one just that's hard to deal with and even to understand. Parker will explain, the topic's lukewarm, and Parker will explain it a little more in a second, but just to kind of tell you why I'm speaking, or why we're speaking on this and stuff, it's because it's been in our own lives, and it's something I still struggle with. But for the past couple years, I've been going up to a camp up in Tennessee, Columbia Ranch, and there I just really got set on fire for God, and He was my priority, and there were distractions up there. It was just beautiful to just have God as my all and just to go to Him. And then as I came back, it's like that for a little bit. It'd be those, stayed in the Word, and then slowly drifted back just to being surrounded by the world and all this sin, and kind of getting okay with it and numb, and not wanting to stand out and be like, hey, that's wrong, that's not right. Not necessarily doing all this bad stuff, but just not living Christ-like. And it's kind of finding your identity throughout the world. I was just at the poem thing, and a lot of the themes that I heard was find yourself in what you do, discover yourself, all this. And there's that song, Katie Musgrave, like follow your arrow, do what makes you happy. And that's not what it is. We need to find our joy from God. Then I went back to Longview the following year, and same thing. So this final year, God really just put on my heart. He's like, no more. Like, I am the same God up here in these mountains as I am down in Florida.
Yeah.
I am everywhere. And so that just really hit me and impacted me. And so with a couple of my friends, we started a fellowship. And it's not like you need a fellowship, but I truly do believe you need something. You need a group to keep you accountable. You need someone as encouragement. There's different parts of being Christ-like, a disciple and all this, but your heart has to be right first. So that's kind of what this is. It's a heart thing. So lukewarm, or you're explaining lukewarm a little more.
Yeah, so like you said, I'm going to explain lukewarm. What is lukewarm? What is lukewarm Christianity? Basically, lukewarm Christianity is someone who professes to be a Christian, someone who claims that God is God, but someone who doesn't find their identity in God, someone who doesn't follow the laws and commands God has set before us, someone who tries to find their identity in the world. And I feel like we all become victim to that in this society we live in, including myself. I'm not standing up here. We're not standing up here today trying to judge anyone or trying to condemn anyone, because we also struggle with this, and this has been put on our hearts. But we find in this society that we kind of sugarcoat different things, and we make excuses just to allow the world to get these temporary joys and these temporary satisfactions in our lives. Just as simple as things as music that we listen to. We make excuses such as, oh, well, the words in this song are bad, but I'm just...
I've got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart.
Are you on fire for God right now?
Down in my heart.
See, my concern is that some of you in this room, many of you,
I'm
I'm not judging, I'm just saying that you would probably say it about yourself, that you're lukewarm. If I were to ask you, okay, are you on fire for God right now, or are you lukewarm? I think a lot of you would say you're lukewarm. What concerns me more than the fact that you're lukewarm is that some of you would say, yeah, I am lukewarm. And then you'll walk out the door and you'll do nothing about it. What concerns me the most is that some of you are lukewarm, you know you're lukewarm, but you want to be lukewarm. You've planned your life out this way. You've got enough God in your life. It's not like you don't want to be on fire. And it's crazy. Not only are you lukewarm, but that's the goal. You're lukewarm and you're loving it. And you hate for anyone to challenge you to be on fire for God. That you're neither cold nor hot. I wish you were either one or the other. So because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I'm about to spit you out of my mouth. Do you understand this passage? What does lukewarm equal? Spit out. Well, what does spit out mean? I mean, can you explain that? Look at the words. Okay, you're wretched, pitiful, poor, blind. Are these words that you normally use for a believer? I once was blind, but now I'm blind. No. These are people who aren't saved. See, because if you get it, you won't be lukewarm. And you comparing me, the creator, the one who made the whole world, who spoke it into existence. And you're going, ooh, I don't know if I can give out this little thing on this piece of dirt for him. He goes, that makes me sick. You make me want to gag. I just want to spit you out of my mouth. See, your riches have so blinded you that you think the stuff is good. You don't see it as dung. It's a big pile of crap. And you don't get it. You think it's actually good. It's all this great stuff. You've been blinded by it. He goes, and that just makes me sick. See, my concern is that the people will see themselves as lukewarm, because we do this in church all the time. Yeah, I'm lukewarm. And then 10 minutes later, you're going to forget about it and move on in life. And I just go, what else is there to think about? Okay, so you understand what lukewarm is, so you're going to be spit out of the mouth of God. You just go, okay. I go, man, you shouldn't do anything until you figure out how to be on fire for God. You should be down on your face. You shouldn't eat again until you come before God and just fast and pray, God, get me on fire. I'm not on fire. You got to get me on fire for you. I want to be in love with you. I got to see how valuable you are, because all this other junk, get me here. That should be all you care about. Don't go to work tomorrow if you're lukewarm. Man, sell your house. Just move. Do whatever it takes. You can't end your life lukewarm. Do you get that?
At the end of the video, it says, how should we respond to this? And it asks, should we do it joylessly? And what Mitchell and I both think, and what we feel is the right way to do this, is we just need to get on fire for God. We need to do whatever it takes, like it says in the video. Quit your job, stop going to school, do whatever it takes to get on fire for God, guys. Because what we're doing is we're just trying to find these temporary joys and these temporary satisfactions instead of finding a complete joy and a complete satisfaction in God's love. And basically, this verse, John 14, verse 15, it says, if you love me, you will obey my commandments. And guys, if we truly love God and we truly have a relationship with him, we're going to want to obey these commandments. When we get on fire for God, we're going to want to do what he commands us to do. We're not going to want to do what this world is telling us to do. And we're not going to want to be involved with these different things. Guys, we need to follow his commandments. They're not just there, place for God, for us to kind of be like guidelines and veer in and out of. We need to stay strict on course with them. And I'm not telling you guys right now that there's any works that's going to get you guys into heaven, because that is not true. Only Jesus Christ and what he did for us in sacrificing himself on the cross and raising from the dead. And our belief in him is the only way we're going to get to heaven. What I am saying is that your faith and your love for Jesus Christ is going to accredit to your works. So, Mitchell, I don't know if you want to say.
Yeah, kind of how we're saying, if you truly get it, kind of like the video also said, if you truly believe, then you're going to make your life around God. God will be the priority. If we truly understand or believe in the Bible, there's radical things in there. It's so opposite of society. Through Spanish River Church, we did a series called Living Life Upside Down, and that's really what it is. And we have to sacrifice. Being a Christian isn't, oh, kumbaya, we're so happy. It's take up your cross daily, is what Jesus says. That's what we need to do. There's so much joy in being a Christian because we can get that joy from God. But in this world, we will suffer. What's the verse?
I don't remember the verse.
It's scratch the verse. But just basically, the Bible does say that we will suffer as Christians, and we're called to live for Him. So I just encourage you guys to humble yourselves before God and just strive for good. We're all human. We all fail. God's not calling us to success. He's calling us to try and to go to Him. He's calling us to be faithful, and that's what we need to do. So if we believe, then we need to be faithful, and that's kind of what this is all about.
Okay, I just have one more thing to add. And since I'm not telling you guys like the things that we're doing is wrong and that we should completely drop it, like as I said earlier with the relationship, I'm not telling you guys that, oh, well, I might like this person, but we're kind of not doing the right thing. I'm not telling you to end a relationship or do anything like that. I'm just telling you guys that we need to put God in the center of our things and everything that we do. And that's just...
So God should be the center of a relationship. He should be the center of everything, if we get it. So we're almost out of time. I'm going to close in prayer. But one thing is, if you still don't get this or analyzing it, and if you want to talk, you can talk to any of us or the leaders or, just friends, I don't know. So I'm just going to close in prayer. Dear Lord, just thank you for this opportunity to come and speak. Thank you for speaking through us and hopefully impacting people and just showing your love, Lord. I pray that it's not just condemning, but it's a change in what we see. I pray for your love and just protection and us to be able to feel you, Lord. Please help us to end this day with joy and just to truly get it from you, to ask you for our needs, to dig out our daily bread from you, Lord. Thank you for everything you do. Amen.
Can you please give it up for Parker and Mitchell?